Okay, so as you've seen a few videos about my E36 where I've been repairing it, I've been doing work on it, I thought I'd give you a quick walk around of it to give you an insight into the car, why I work on it and what I've been doing with it, my plans for it. So the E36, the Arctic Grey one you've seen me work on, is my own personal car. I got it in November 2015 and I only paid about £350 for it. About, what's that, $420, $430. It's a E36 323, it's manual. The car itself, when I got it, was in a pretty sorry state. The brakes had seized on it. The guy that I bought it from had it off the road for about 3 or 4 months whilst he was working away, and it needed an MOT. So I picked it up off him, I did a bit of work to it to get it on the road, and then I started enjoying my time with it. It went to the Nürburgring with me, did a couple of laps around the Nürburgring and the tourist laps. Gave me a lot of smiles, and over the year and a half, something like that, I've been working on it. I've got it to the point where I'm fairly happy with it mechanically, but it still needs loads to get done. My ultimate goal with the car, and my ultimate goal with any car, would be to turbocharge the car. I read Corky Bell's book Maximum Boost a few years ago. I read it a second time, and I've wanted to turbocharge a car ever since then. So I'd love to get to the point where I can do that, but there's a few stages that I want to go through before I get there. This one has got the M52 engine, which is a Nickesil engine, and it's not big enough. I want a 328 engine in here really. I want to put a short ratio diff in it. Keep your eyes peeled because there's going to be a video on that soon. I've got the diff, but I'm going to be putting new bearings in it and making sure it's running sweet before we actually put it in the car. And then cosmetically, if you come with me here, I'll show you a few things which are absolutely terrible about the car. The driver's door, as you can see, is in a pretty sorry state. It's got dents in it. The door itself is all wrinkled and creased, guys. It's got lots of scratches and it's really generally not in good condition whatsoever. Also, we've got some dreaded arch rust going on at the back here. As you can see from the bottom end of this arch, it's already been redone once, really badly by the looks of it, by a blind man. So we're going to be changing, hopefully taking those arches out and putting new ones in. The other one on the other side is even worse. The rust has crept a little bit further back. If you keep your eyes on the video, what I've done today is paint these black plastics of these bumpers. Dead easy job, something that's really satisfying and has really finished the car off. And then another thing which I'll just show you whilst we're talking around the car is all the lights. When it originally came through to me, it had orange amber lights on the corners. It had orange indicators. We've changed all them. We've put a 325 exhaust on it, which is what you can see just down by my shoe. All in process for getting a few other mods done to the car before we get it turbocharged. Another thing which we're going to be doing is putting the M50 manifold conversion on it. I've got one of them tucked away in my garage right now. You might be able to notice it's got some absolutely filthy E36 alloys on there. I think they're style 42s. I think they fit the car really well. And again, I didn't pay much money for them. And as you might have seen in one of my other videos, it's got the half leather interior inside. It didn't have that when I first got it. So this is a 323 with a standard package. It's got no air conditioning, it's got no traction control. It's basically a really great base model for the car to then do some stuff with. So the reason we've painted these this week is because in a couple of weeks time we're going to be going to a BMW show at a place called Bewley in Hampshire. It's called BMW Vanity, so I thought I'd better be a bit vain and try and make the car look a little bit better before we took the car down there. Along with the BMW Vanity, we're going to go to a couple more car shows. I'm going to be doing some vlog videos at that. But back to the car for now. One of the other things I want to show you is the standard lump as she sits at the moment. It's not in bad condition, but it could be a lot better, guys. It's not really been looked after in its previous life before I got my hands on it. It's had plenty of oil changes since I've had it. One of the things you might notice if you've got beady eyes is the damage to the fan shroud. Yes, I'm on my second engine fan, so there is probably one main reason for that, which is going to be the engine mounts. Now at the present time I have decided that I'm going to put an electric fan in it because I prefer to have an electric fan set up. I don't believe it gives you any more power. I don't believe it makes the engine rev freer, but it may do. But it's going to give me less of a worry of this thing exploding and creating a whole load of problems with the radiator and with the cooling system. So yep, nothing much to see under here apart from a fairly clean M52 2.5 engine. Hopefully pretty soon this bad boy will be going and we'll be getting a few more trick treats underneath the bonnet here. Obviously being a UK car makes it a little bit harder to turbocharge because we've got our steering column on the right side. So thanks for tuning in to the Paymo channel. I really enjoy making the videos. I love helping people out. If you've got any questions, please ask me. The one thing I'm going to do although I've done a little walk around, I'm going to do an actual ownership review to give you an idea what it's like to own one of these cars and run it on a day-to-day basis. They're not as expensive as you think they might be, and they are a lot of fun. They're accessible now for people on a lower income, so I'll hopefully give you a bit of an idea of what it's like to own one of these day-to-day, running costs and all that sort of stuff. If you want to see anything else, let me know, stick your comments down below, like, subscribe, do all the fancy stuff, and we'll hopefully see you next time. Primo out.